the NFL draft is over. The NFL schedule is out. Free agency's pretty much been wrapped up, and we know Bucs minicamp is going on, and we know training camp isn't that far away. So that means it's time for some ridiculous hot takes by NFL experts and some really crazy opinions about this upcoming season and predictions for the wins and losses. So let's take a look at some of those experts and what they think about the NFC South and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
I think this is a slam dunk home run. The Falcons are in. This was the biggest upgrade at any position across the board this free agency period. And I'm going to take Raheem Morris at his word. When he said he took that job, he said, hey, if this team had a quarterback, I wouldn't even have this opportunity because the previous coach wouldn't have been fired. Kirk Cousins comes in. We know about the weapons on that side of the ball. I'm buying into the Falcons. I say they win the division in what has been one of the worst divisions in the NFL. I think that means the Bucs are the team that takes the step back. Not a huge step back, but I still think this division only gets one team back in the playoffs, and it'll be the Falcons. I have the Bucs on the outside.
Well, that's disappointing. But hey, I didn't think that everybody was going to agree that the Tampa Bay Buccaneers were going to return to the playoffs. It feels like everybody thinks that we're going to be the easy lock to be taken out of the playoffs. They thought the same thing last year. But I'm sure there's a mix. I didn't think we get 100% support on this. Next clip.
The bottom line is, I still think Tampa's a better team. I think, look, Baker Mayfield, Kirk Cousins a little bit better, marginally better, but not by much. I think the Tampa roster is better. They have people who are going to take the next step. They have a lot of young players who played last year. They're going to be better. They did bring their veterans back. I think getting Levante David and Mike Evans back into the fold is good for that organization.
You disagree with the odds here. I mean, the odds say Falcons.
Well, I'm a trend bunker, in case you're wondering.
All right, I'll take it. Pete Briscoe thinking there. Standing up for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and its roster. Obviously doing a little more homework than others. I like it. All right. Next clip.
And the Atlanta Falcons win this division.
So wait, Atlanta's going to be the Magic City of this division?
I see what you did there.
That was a good one.
I think they will.
That was a good one.
I think they will do that.
If we get to the reigning champs, by the way, they can play the disrespect card from Katie and Luger, backing the Falcons here. But when we talk about the Bucs, Baker Mayfield got re-up. Mike Evans got re-up. Antoine Winfield Jr., highest paid DB as a safety, and yet you don't think they're going to finish with as many wins as the Falcons. But Luger, slightly higher than Katie.
Yeah. I do. Their win total coming into the season, I think Vegas thinks the same way I think, is 7.5. So I do have them going over that. Have them going 9-8 mocks. And when you look at it, Tommy, you stated it perfectly. They took care of their own, right? Didn't really bring anybody new in. And when you see what the Atlanta Falcons did in the offseason, my thing is, if you're the Tampa Bay Bucs, how do you not try to make a key splash in free agency to compete with the Atlanta Falcons? Not only that, Tommy, they lost their best corner. They traded him away in Carlton Davis. That's still a glaring issue for this team right now. And then when you look at the schedule, weeks 7 through 10, Mox, my goodness, Ravens Monday Night Football, a divisional game versus the Falcons. They go to the Kansas City Chiefs, and then they play your Niners. That's where it could crumble for the Bucs in regards to if they could be back-to-back NFC South champs. I think that is going to be telling of the season for them right there.
Yeah, look, you and I are very similar. You've got them going 9-8. I've got them going 8-9 here. They have they're tied for the 27th strength of schedule. Anyone in this division has a fairly easy schedule because the division is the weakest in football. But it's not going to be all smooth sailing, as you have pointed out, for the Bucs. They got 3 divisional matchups in a span of 4 weeks, sandwiched between games against the Eagles, the Ravens, the Chiefs, and the Niners. As you just pointed out, I have them going on a 4-game losing streak during that time. They've got 6 playoff teams on the docket. I just think it's going to be tough, even though I do really like this frisky Bucs team as we saw last season.
And another point, and I know we're going to talk about the Panthers later, but Dave Canales not being there, I think is going to be a major issue for Baker Mayfield. Let's not forget, he seems to be a quarterback whisperer. Baker Mayfield had his best season. Geno Smith, when he was in Seattle, had his best season. We'll see how much he has missed in Tampa Bay now that he's moved on to be the Carolina Panthers head coach.
So let me get this straight. We're getting docked because we didn't make a splash in free agency. We didn't make as big a splash as signing a 36-year-old quarterback with a bad Achilles, even though we took care of all of our in-house free agents that we drafted, all of our great players, all at one time, either all pros or pro bowlers. We are going to get docked for that. Who did he want us to sign? Jason Light had a phenomenal offseason. I do not get this. You're docking us even though everybody wanted. They were mocking Mike Evans to the Jets or to the Chiefs, and they thought Baker Mayfield might go to the Patriots. Oh, how easily everyone forgets in just 2 months' time. By the way, the Dave Canales storyline as well, they had questions about Dave Canales just last year. All right, Baker Mayfield deserves at least a little credit, along with Dave Canales, for the success last year. Let's roll the next clip.
Let's go to the NFC South. I think it's a slam dunk. I think Atlanta's going to win this division. Tampa's going to be feisty. But we're going to forget about the Kirk Cousins, Michael Penix drama. This is a really good football team offensively. Raheem Morris, Shark Cat. Tampa's 2, and again, I think it'll be a feisty battle. Tampa also had a great draft. Their first 4 picks, all really nice players. I'm going to do Carolina 3rd. I'm with J-Mac. I think they finally got Bryce Young some weapons. I think they're going to make a surge next year. I don't like, right now, New Orleans' situation. I just don't feel good about it. I'm going to have the Saints 4th.
I don't know why I'm surprised. I don't know why I'm shocked. It's Colin Cowherd. I shouldn't be surprised anymore. I just shouldn't. It's just like his dumb take about the NFC South being bad for 10 out of the last 20 years. I just shouldn't be surprised. But yet here I am sometimes, still surprised. Roll the next clip.
We would guess the NFC South is going to be the 4 seed. I picked the Atlanta Falcons. I'll be honest, I wanted to pick the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. I love what Tampa's done this year. But again, from year to year, you see so much turnover. I think somebody new does have to make it. I think it'll be the Atlanta Falcons this year with Kirk Cousins.
All right, well, they predicted the Bucs to only win 2 games last year, so there it is. Let's see if Todd Bowles and Baker and company will just prove them all wrong again. I need some rum. Where's the rum?